and welcome to Roland's Reviews. We had a firecracker last week. That firecracker returned. Miss Prosperity is here. We have a panel full of distinguished guests. We're going to go down and introduce everyone, and we're going to get this party started. Right.
Let's get it
Miss,
started.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Miss Prosperity, how are you?
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Blessed.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I don't
Yes,
know if
ma'am.
y'all can see that, but yeah, I got it labeled today.
Wonderful. How you doing, Mr. Lamont Williams?
Well, good evening to each and all. My name is Lamont Williams. I am a concerned American in the Austin community of Chicago. How is everyone this evening?
We're wonderful. Hope that you are as well. All right. Mr. Blackson, how are you, sir?
How you doing, Miss Lynn? I come back. I got to straighten some things out, Miss Lynn. Mm-mm. We're
Uh,
treating adults like little infants, babies. So we're going to have to straighten that out. But man, hello to the audience. Hello to the
yeah.
guest panel. Yes, let's do this, y'all.
All right. Let's go. As you enter the chat room, everyone, do us one small favor, if you will. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. It will not cost you anything. If you have been watching the channel for a while and you're enjoying the content, please hit the subscribe button. If you have social media, i.e., Facebook, Truth Social, Instagram, share this content out and bring more people into the conversation so that they can be informed as well. You know, I love bringing our friends from Chicago on. They are there fighting, they are doing the groundwork and trying to protect themselves, their families against the tyranny of the Brandon Johnson, term. I don't know. I'm trying to be nice, but whatever you want to call it, but he's got to go. That's why we're here. Button up. This is going to be a wild ride. And you are, if you've been here for a while, you know Miss Prosperity's been coming on and she's been keeping us informed with everything that is going on in Chicago. Thank God. Look at this title, folks. This is crazy. Um, Chicago activists speak out against Brandon Johnson's $830 million bond. So, you know, Miss Prosperity, she's done her homework. Mr. Lamont Williams is going to share with you. He's going to show us what's going on. And they're just going to tell us again. I told you, even after Trump was elected, we are still standing with our friends in Chicago against the tyranny that they are facing. And so let me do the roll call, and then we will get this party started. Right. Beverly, how you doing, love? Prosperity, yeah, she's here. Mayor, how you doing? Chubbs, music therapy, how are you? All right. U.S. Army retired. Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for being here. Florida, how are you doing, love? The channel manager. Sorry if I don't respond. I'm on the road. That's okay, dear. We're just glad you're here. Citizen Kang, another Chicagoan. Yes. All right. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Major Brandon Johnson and Dirty Dragon is at an all-time approval rating of just under 6%. That's the first truth bomb. Yes. All right. How you doing, Baldwin Birds? He's here. Bach Mari, how are you from Norfolk, Virginia? Yes. Arena Uncensored, thank you for being here, love. Doreen is here. How are you? Chicago is represented. All right, they are in the house. Cha cha, how you doing, love? And so again, what I'm going to do is play some videos. Now, I told you if you are not subscribed, Miss Prosperity, do me a favor, love. Go ahead and drop your channel link.
Okay.
She is putting in the work, and we're going to look at some of her videos. And again, she's going to share with you what is going on. And Mr. Williams is going to share and show you as well what's going on in Chicago. And we're going to have a comparison of before as opposed to and after before Trump became president, and then after Trump and Holman started to get these people up out of this country that weren't supposed to be here from the beginning. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to share some of Miss Prosperity's shorts. William, how are you doing? Tolls, parking, and taxes and crime. Yes, we can thank the Democrats for that. All right, so we're going to look at a couple of her shorts. It's been some of these meetings get a little bit testy, so we'll look at some of the shorts. We'll talk. I'll try to keep up with your comments in the comment section. Miss Prosperity, please interject whenever you're ready. Mr. Williams, whenever you're ready to show us what's going on there.
Okay.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Debate on this.
Oh, you hit part 2 here, and then there's a part 1, but either way.
All for the subsidy.
Okay, let me go back. I'll go back. Which one? No confidence.
No. Click under videos.
Okay. All right. There we go. You want
And
me
then
first?
come on. Yeah, that part 1. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this will help give everyone an understanding of what funding has been just blown by this mayor.
Oh my God.
Along with the previous one too.
Oh God. So pay attention, folks, because again, Miss Prosperity has the receipts and she is on to this crook. All right, so we'll play this one first. Now let me share this screen. Wait. Let me get it right. Right. Hit that like button, please.
Partly because so many are new, partly because some choose it.
Hit the like button, folks, as you enter the chat room. Here we go.
This is called a clapback.
Okay. Now this lady, she's speaking really low. I have it up as loud as it will go. I'll put the closed captioning on just so you know if you can't hear it, at least you can read what she's saying. But someone please come get your auntie or your grandmother. Shady Pines is definitely missing a resident. Here we go.
With the last name of Johnson.
Yes, that's a little suspect to me. Okay. Here we go.
Mayor, the problem that we have here in this room is that we lack institutional memory. Partly because so many are new, partly because some choose to have selective amnesia. But even as we look at what has happened just from the last administration to now, Mr. President, we have substitute ordinance 2019-9398, $850 million in general obligation bonds for borrowing to kickstart a 5-year capital investment plan to deal with roads, bridges, equipment, infrastructure, lead pipes, walkways, crosswalks, everything that we're hearing about today. It was a 2- and 5-year spending plan, at that time touted as Chicago Works by then Mayor Lori Lightfoot. The following year after that, this document, 2020-5749, $2.35 billion in debt for infrastructure, the infrastructure that cannot wait. 2021-4788, $660 million in more debt for infrastructure, for everything that I just vocalized. It was such a good plan, it even got made into a book. A book that is 200 pages and by far shows every address, every location, every ward, every street, every WPA. Following that, in 2022-3593 for another $1.85 billion for infrastructure for, as you guessed it, infrastructure for the 5-year plan and everything that we're talking about needing money for today. That book came out a little thinner, but it lists everything in both a 2-year and a 5-year trajectory, everything that we're talking about, even including new environmental things that we're talking about. Nearly $5 billion in infrastructure we have borrowed over the last 5 years alone. If your ward doesn't have it, take a look in the mirror. If you don't recall The last administration saying, this is what we're going to do, as our colleague reminded us. We are $5 billion in the hole just based on what we borrowed, not what we're paying it off on, but on what we borrowed to do all of what we're being told that we need money to do today. And incidentally, folks, that also included funding for your menus through 2027. Why are you borrowing money for which you already have the authorization to borrow? We're not even talking about what the payments are going to be, what the debt service is going to be on all of this. We're looking at what is being presented to us today, which is needing allegedly another $830 million for what we've already borrowed $5 billion.
All right. Again, folks. Voting has consequences. Miss Prosperity, would you like to comment on this, love?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I call this the Clapback series for Brandon Johnson, because Brandon thinks that no one is going to stand up to him and you're just going to settle for everything that he speaks and say, and that you just buy in for whatever is going on. Well, no, this particular alderman, which is Alderman Raymond Lopez, he's constantly clapping back. And then on the other one, you're going to see Alderman Bill, who's another one who's constantly clapping back. Alderman Bill went a little step more in that next one that he usually goes in on. They cut his mic. That's how bad it got.
Oh, damn.
But what he's speaking, he brings the facts. He brings those receipts. And that is basically the gist of what has been going on between Mayor Lightfoot, who was bad, but Brandon Johnson, who is worse. So to go back and vote this kind of crap back in office,
yes.
And I have to say that, yes, we did have people who voted for this. And that's why I want to clarify this.
Yes.
We did have people to vote for this, but there was a selection. Brandon Johnson was not the original person that the CTU had tried to get to run for this. He ended up being the last option. And Brandon, of course, sold his soul to be the mayor at the $240-something thousand salary that he would get a year, as well as still being under the CTU. So he has a way that if he don't get this, which he claimed he's going to be back in office, somebody pumped him up with some BS pills. If he don't get this, which he won't, and I already told him to his face, you will not be back in office. Okay. Period.com is on that. Then he's going to try to go back to that CTU, but hopefully we can get it all shut down. And when we get to the 5th of this month, baby, please get that popcorn ready, because I'm waiting for them to rip him to shreds. Brandon, I hope you listening to this. I hope you listening to this, because you know I'm not saying nothing different than I tell you to your face.
Oh, you do. And she does. And she does. I played several videos on here before. So she does. Mr. Williams. So before we came live, folks, Mr. Williams and I were talking, and you know, I've been telling you, I've been watching videos here on YouTube. Everyone's talking about all these sanctuary cities that they have turned into ghost towns. You don't see crowd, you don't see people selling food, standing on the corners. You don't see the grocery stores, the Home Depot, Lowe's. You don't see them packed with people buying things. And there's not as much congestion on the roads. You don't see a lot of people driving everywhere. So Mr. Williams said he was going to walk around. So Mr. Williams, explain the difference that you have seen from prior to January 20th to after January 20th.
It's pretty much like night and day. So I'm walking off my porch now, and tell me if it gets too bright for you.
Okay.
But the deal is, I would say that out of 100% over in the park that I'm walking to now, it's about 20. And actually, I'm looking for about 10%.
Okay.
So I'm walking because I got the sun towards my back. But the thing is, I wanted to tell everybody the reason why I started this. My son and myself, about 2.5 years ago, and we were exercising, walking around the track, and then I noticed that that put a Coleman cooler in my lane. Oh, I thought nothing of it. We walked around. I did another lap.
Yeah.
Came back. The whole gentleman was standing, changing his tires.
Mr. Williams, you are you may have to go back closer to the Wi-Fi because you're freezing up a bit, sir. I don't know if he may have to rejoin. So Mr. Blackson, what are your thoughts on what we've talked about so far? I'm give him a moment, see if he can.
Okay, no problem. I think he's trying to. Okay, well, while he's getting that situation, I wanted to comment on a comment. Steven 1976 says he already knows he is going to be reelected. Now, let me speak on that. The only reason why he would be confident that he's going to get reelected because 40 miles away from where Miss Prosperity lives in a county called Dalton, they got rid of Tiffany and voted in another Democrat. So what are we doing at the end of the day? Because, he feels confident because, again, he feels that the people are stuck on the Democratic plantation. Now, me and you, we've had disagreements about, well, it's not like race. No, it's worse than they voting on race because they're the ones that push the race card. They not only push the race card, but they push the why we need to be supporting transgender plays over in, I don't know, Africa somewhere. The logic is weird. The weird logic, and Brandon Johnson is taking the same type of pills that Zelensky's taking. I don't know if y'all seen what happened with Zelensky the other day. But Zelensky, and not only Zelensky, but the rest of, now I'm relating this, y'all, because it's the mentalities we're talking about here. So look at Zelensky and look at NATO. They came to the White House talking about war, and Trump's like, no, that was Biden. We want to negotiate through peace. So again, the different approach, you said baby steps. No, baby steps are for infants and toddlers, Miss Rowland. We are grown folks, and if grown folks don't have sense enough to know the three-card money, which is Democrat. So Johnson came in with a Democratic agenda. Would you not agree, Miss Prosperity?
Democratic / progressive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So there lies the problem.
Oh, yeah, we said that. And that is a definite issue. Stop voting for Democrats. It's a cult. We said that, right?
Yeah, but you try to sugarcoat and say, oh, well, they're taking baby steps, Black son. No, they're taking retarded steps. They're walking. Right. They're about to walk off the cliff or crawl or walk or whatever babies do off the cliff.
And you know what I say about that? If they didn't learn enough from everything that the village of Dalton, the Thornton Township, everything they went through with the super mayor, hey, shame on them. Like we were saying, everyone, they had our sympathy now. They have it now. But you keep voting for Democrats, whatever happens to you happens. That's your fault.
And the rest of us too.
Yes, you keep voting for Democrats. Right. So that's all I'm saying.
While we out here fighting to get this crap changed, we don't need people to keep supporting his mess because it's self-destruction. It's the clear message of self-destruction. Oppression.
Depression.
Suppression.
That was
like I said a while back. Depression, suppression, and many other S's that I can put in there with an A in front of it. But anyway. Oh, forgive me, Lord. I'm already on the road.
I'm praying for
well, Prosperity. The Lord knows there's changes going on. And that's why, brought Trump about, saved him from a bullet, saved up from a bullet by the name of Kamala Harris. We're trying to save your neighbors from the bullet called the Democratic Party, but they just, we got rid of Tiffany and voted in another one. So they traded in a 357 for 9mm. That's all they did.
Well, hopefully it's a 22.
Okay, it's a 22 with a silencer because they're not gonna see it coming because the guy knew every mistake that Tiffany made. He says, I'm going to do it even better.
Right.
And I'm not
And,
going to
yeah,
accept the people while doing it.
yeah, and you're right. And I agree. You know, Citizen Kane, it is about race. Chicago has no nonpartisan municipal elections. Louis Fuller, how are you doing? Good afternoon to you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Louis, William, Tina, Mayor, Robert, Robert, share this on your Facebook page, please, love, because I thank you. I answered your comments earlier. You were on my Facebook page. Share this to bring more people into the conversation. A lot of people, after Trump became president, people stopped keeping up with what is actually going on in these sanctuary cities. So I said, no. Ms. Prosperity, I told you even after the election, we are going to stay in contact, and we have. And so, Honeybee, how you doing, love? And so, until Miss Prosperity told me, because I'm trying to keep up with everything, she keeps me on point. She sends me her video, she sends me text messages. And Brandon Johnson with an $830 million bond.
Million.
Yeah,
That goes to 2 billion.
For infrastructure. Right. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And excuse me, sir, ma'am, you had the money, but you spent it on non-citizens. So lose me with that.
Get rid of the illegals.
That's right. That's right.
You get 2 more truth, but hey, that was 1, and that's 2, and you get 1 more bomb. Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Yeah, Honeybee said just what you said. We were saved from a nuclear missile when Kamala lost. Yes.
Yes.
Literally, right. Because she wanted to go right.
Oh
she
my
wanted
God.
right.
Oh,
she wanted, yeah.
Mayor Chubb Selinsky wears stilettos, and he got them from De Niro. Mayor, what are you talking about? Robert said, take Brandon Johnson's pension away. Robert, that would make me too happy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, well, when we get to Capitol Hill conversation, let's talk about it. Okay.
Yes. So what is the next? Okay, Miss Prosperity, which video do you want me to play next, love?
Let's go to Clapback number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's going to fall under the shorts area.
The shorts? Okay.
Yeah, to make it quicker for you. Come down.
Okay.
The second, I believe it's the second one off of there. There it is, the first one right there. Bill mic was shut off.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go. All right.
And as that's loading, folks, you'll have an opportunity to go into a lot of these. Yes. That's all I pretty much did on this, is capture everything trying to go down in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. All right. Where's the volume? I'm trying to get the volume going here. The volume is not even popping up. So let me see.
Maybe have to go back out and come back in, because there was some things said.
Oh, yeah. Because I watched it. So I know. Hit the like button, folks. Share this on your various forms of social media. This is good stuff. Let me see if I can get it there. Again, let's try again.
That's an interesting screen.
Oh, yeah. Donovan, how are you doing, love? Okay, why is the volume not? Okay, here it is. Now it's popping up here now. Okay,
the volume was low.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get it to pop back up so I can move it up so everyone can hear it. Hold on. All right, come on, let's work with me here. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Come on. It'll pop up and then it disappears. Come on.
Majority of the body
there it is.
Was thinking that we're going to accept the substitute, and then the actual order. We did exactly. So therefore, I rose and was ignored, and we went straight to the vote. So I would like to have discussion on the ordinance.
That no one was ignored. We made the motion to accept it for a roll call. We did that. The question was called. The roll call is in front of us. We're taking the vote at this time.
Mr. President, if we're not on an $830 million bond. That is a travesty to the people of the city of Chicago. We're just asking for a few minutes to step back and allow us to talk about this bond.
I understand your desire, Alderman Bill, but again, per parliamentary procedure, the chairwoman asked for a roll call vote on the substitute as amended, and we begin to proceed with the roll call vote.
And I stood up and was not acknowledged.
There was no standing, and there was no acknowledging.
Yes,
So
it was. I stood.
vote is in front of us at this time. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Here's the receipts.
Okay.
Chair recognizes.
Everyone can see it. And if you look at Prosperity shorts on her videos, she has the culprits pointed out. You see the little arrow, she has them circled and the arrow. So she's very thorough. Okay.
Alderman Martin.
He was ignored. Mike was cut. This is what you were telling us.
Yes.
Oh my God. He is a disgrace. Oh. What a, were you guys able to hear that? Yes, Tina. That's an awful lot of money. Hit that like button for us, please, folks. Were you able to hear the entire thing?
This is out of order, Alderman Bill. The vote is in front of us. The e-vote application is available. You can cast your vote at this time.
Ugh.
And right here, you would have to actually connect on to the video because you're not going to hear it through this one too well.
Okay. Okay.
But if people want to hear what was said, they're going to have to connect to the actual video.
Okay.
Due to they cut his mic.
Debate on this.
So this was the beginning of it.
The
Right.
call for the substitute as amended to be voted on per roll call is on the floor before us. We're taking that vote.
No debate.
That's the body, of course, always has an opportunity to debate, but the motion has been made. The call for the vote has been operated.
The majority of the body was thinking that we're going to accept the substitute and then the actual order. We did exactly. So therefore, I rose and was ignored, and we went straight to the vote. So I would like to have discussion on the ordinance.
No one was ignored. We made the motion to accept it for a roll call. We did that. The question was called. The roll call is in front of us. We're taking the vote at this time.
Mr. President, if we're not.
So we heard that. I let it play back.
Right.
We didn't hear the first part of it.
So this was basically showing how Brandon Johnson will straight out lie.
Right.
That's just showing the facts. How he was straight out lie and say, well, you didn't stand up. Yes,
Right.
he did stand up.
He
That's why I
did.
circled him and pointed the arrow like, yeah, look, y'all, right there.
Right there. I told you, your videos are thorough.
Yes.
Hit that like button for us. We have about 75 people in here. Only 51 people have hit the like button. Hit that little thumb, folks. I promise you don't have to pay for it.
Okay, so let's go down a spell and let's bring in no further back up to the top. We kind of covered a lot of this last week.
Want me to go to videos?
Videos, yes,
I'll
please.
go videos. Right, here we go. All right.
And then that third one, so people can hear what was said by our men of Chicago. They brought it.
You want me to play the Alderman Raymond Lopez clapback?
Well, play this one first.
Play this. Okay, I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she's going to be in there, and it's just going to be a replay where Alderman Lopez come back in and clap back.
Yes, ma'am.
But this one shows what the men did, because usually you see the women, you see some men that come in and speak still, but this one I wanted to capture the men and the one woman who was there playing Nanny Johnson.
Is that his mama? Is that his mama?
I don't know who she is, but she sure as heck got the same last name.
I tell you, that's a little suspect. That is a little suspect to me.
Obvious, you're right.
And she spoke very low at the beginning,
Yeah,
so you
you
couldn't catch
can't
it.
hear her.
But I caught it. That's why she spoke so low.
Let me
Right.
put the closed captioning on because you cannot hear her. You cannot.
Oh, she gets louder as she calls herself getting angry.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I'm Sally Johnson.
Yes, she was very low.
And I'm here.
All right, here she is. Somebody need to get that auntie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jessie Johnson. I just came here to show my support for the mayor because there's been so much talk about what's going on and the things that he's not
Look at
doing.
the hand back there.
Right, I see that.
He's doing a lot
Uh-huh.
for the community. And I feel like a lot of people are standing in his way, that he can't get anything done because so many people are standing in his way because they don't want him to be successful. And I'm here to show my support.
Oh.
And I hope that the people will stop standing in his way so he can get some things done. Where was the people when Rahm Emanuel was in here? Why didn't nobody stand up to him? Where were the people with Mayor Daley who ripped this city apart? Why didn't they stand up to him? But everybody wants to
So you
stand.
already, let me pause this and let me say this. You know for sure she's a Democrat. She's a liberal. She didn't say it, but you know her mindset is it's because he's a black man. Because she said Rahm Emanuel and Mr. Daley, right? Mayor Daley. So
And let me add to that.
yes, ma'am. Go ahead. We want to hear it.
Brandon Johnson has seek advice from Rahm Emanuel, the same
Right.
one that she talking about, to
Right.
get help to go on Capitol Hill and that Lori Lightfoot.
Oh my God.
Rahm Emanuel must not be that bad if
Right.
he's going to him to seek assistance, because Rahm Emanuel used to give legal help to Obama.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did.
So how bad can he really be if he going to him? See, something wrong with this picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, gotcha.
Stand up to him and tell him what he's not doing right and what he's not doing properly. And these people rip this city off. That's why it's in the shape that it's in.
Oh,
But now you want to blame him for everything.
oh.
I think it needs to stop, and I think it's sinful what you're doing to this man.
Oh,
And I think it needs to stop right now because you didn't stand up all this courage coming from all these people. Where was it when Manuel was here? Where was it?
hey, I need to stop this right now. Let me choose somebody. Let me choose somebody in the comment section. Chubbs, would you please come get your aunt? Obviously, she has escaped from Shady Pines. Please come get Auntie, all right, and take her back because she obviously did not take her medicine for dementia because she is talking totally off the rails. Come on, here we Prosperity. Would you like to comment about this, love? Oh, she can't. She's
Let me just say, it's a good day I wasn't physically there, because this wouldn't have gone too well.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
Trying
sir.
to contain my tongue at that point.
Oh,
They
God.
would have probably been saying, silence, let them speak. Because if you would notice, let's just still remain here. But at the very beginning, you heard Brandon Johnson
Yep.
saying, good morning, very loud.
Yep.
He don't say that to the others like that.
Nope.
That's what clued me in. Come on now. And let's look at that last name.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now I need someone to come up here and stand up for me and protect me. So that's why I believe that he did that good salutation. Hello, good morning, whatever it is.
Where's Chubbs? The Chubbs didn't hear. Chubbs, please come get your aunt or Monique or Trish. Is this your aunt? Music therapy. Rich B. Where's Ruby? I know now. Ruby's gonna call me some bad word. Ruby, is this your aunt? What's her name again?
Jesse Johnson.
Jesse Johnson. Ruby getting ready to call me some bad.
Wait a minute. Let me say it right.
Okay.
Jesse Johnson.
Yes, Jesse. Yeah. Okay. Ruby, would you please come get your auntie and take her back to Shady Pines, please? She has escaped and she has not had her meds today.
Somebody gotta go up there to that city hall and stand up for our mayor. We voted for him. So somebody gotta do something. And I guess it's just gonna be me today.
Look at the comment section. Trish said no relation. Rich said Aunt Beehive. D said nope. Oh my God. Yeah. So Ruby's typing something. I'm afraid to see what Ruby's gonna type. But Ruby, please come get your aunt.
Okay, Tina. Yes. It's called opinionated.
Yes. Oh my God. U.S. Army said looks like Esther from Sanford and Son. Oh my God. I cannot. Woo, this is hot. This is hot. Hit that like button, folks, if you're enjoying this content.
I tried to keep it nice, so it wasn't me. So you must pick Mr. U.S. Army.
Immuna said, girl, that's a beehive on her head. And Brandon got that pyramid on the top of his. Yeah.
Baby, wait a minute now. Now, come on. That's from the 50s and the 60s. Don't you talk about that hairdo. You know, that was sporting it back then, the whole toupee. I mean, wig.
Oh my God, Rich, Ethel, here I come. Okay.
Y'all better leave that hairdo alone. Right. That's clapping back from the 50s and the 60s, girl.
Like she's ready to sing a song. Baby, baby. Where did our love come? Woo! This is hot. Hit that like button for us, folks. I'm loving this. Here we go. Let me start this up again because I'm laughing too hard.
No, you can leave it right there and continue it. Yeah, I'll start it up from there.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Don't go back. You don't need to sing no more. She got more to say.
Okay.
It was nowhere to be found. So I think you need to give him a chance and let him do his job.
Oh.
You heard that one clap?
Thank you very much for your comments.
Hey,
Our next speaker is
one clap.
One clap. That was Brandon.
Yeah, that was Brandon. No one else.
Yeah, your team. Yeah. I mean, yes, Miss Johnson.
Ruby said that the wig was on too tight. Ruby, would you please come get your auntie and take her back to Shady Pie? Ruby, I don't want to hear about the wig.
Wait a minute. If I had on the wig, I would try to do mine too.
Woo, my Jesus. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Let me start this back up. I'm laughing too. Mayor said one clap.
is Mario Phillips.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't have a lot to say, but Doge, they recently reported estimated $65 billion in savings. And I know you go to Capitol Hill next month. If they would propose to you, we'll give you $20 billion to rescind the sanctuary city status. Would you rescind it? Because $20 billion can be used a lot. It could be used even in a municipal bankruptcy, like Mike Duggan did in Detroit in his first term. So it's not about how long you've been, it's about the usage of it. Because in 2010, we was about $14 billion in debt from the pensions. Now we up to 33. That's almost a 300% per gain. And I don't understand people don't understand how important it is to become solvent. Because if we default on the loan, the whole city falls. So that's how you restructure the debt by actually dealing with it. Because it takes a strong will to make a right decision. And that's what you're gonna need to do with that. Also, 1% of the city is 1% of the population works for the city. Us in the private sector, we shouldn't be subsidizing these pensions. We in defined contribution plans. You on a defined benefit. That means I can't retire when I want to retire if the market falls. But you can retire whenever you at will, and you won't even feel the effect of that. That's not right to us. So some of that money also, if they was to give it to you, you could lobby so they could change pension laws at the state level so that could free us up. And another thing, what we could probably do with that money if they did propose that to you. What, only like 1 or 2% of the schools have like HVAC, welding, or even electrician. It don't make sense for a kid to go to school for 13 years and not graduate with an income earning skill. Why all the schools don't have dual enrollment? Why all the schools don't have more trades in them? It's 157 schools, and it's only 1%, 2% of them that could do that. So if they put that deal on the table, because you can see he's an administration that's willing to deal and willing to negotiate, would you say, give me $20 billion, I'll take this off the table so we can help the city flourish? Because if we default, we already was in junk status in 2015. And some of the aldermen were here, and that's why we probably got our credit score low last month, because some of them here, you can't put new wine in old wineskin. You can't do that, or you ruin the whole wineskin. So now you want to borrow another $830 million, and they just lowered our credit rating last month? That's not making sense. So if we don't kick the can down, it's going to be a bigger issue later on down the road.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker this morning is George Blakemore.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Brandon Johnson, Mayor Brandon Johnson, do not go up to Congress talking about sanctuary. You support the sanctuary. They will trick you. It's about the money. You have used some federal money for sanctuary. Now, I've been around for 83 years. Now, I've seen many mayors. But now you have a rating of 6%. So I'm urging you to don't let them trap you. And sanctuary. If anyone needs sanctuary, Black people need it. This is Black History Month. Our history, we are entitled to sanctuary for all the goods, service, contracts, and jobs. Mr. Blakemore, what makes the Black man so unique? He's the only man in America who was enslaved in America. Enslaved in America. So you are a unique man. So you must embrace your uniqueness. Now, everyone here, 99% of the people here, these arguments are Democrats. Democrats. And now you go into another circle with Republicans, with Reverend Trump. Don't you go up there and with that sanctuary. He's going to use another strategy. I'm just begging you because you're playing a losing card. But even the people in the city of Chicago, they don't want sanctuary. They don't want it. Look at the empty seats. Look at the empty seats. They don't want it. We don't want it. So don't go there, because I'm so scared that you might be indicted. They started asking you questions about the money. Money is the root of all evil. So you would have to make an account of the money. And I don't think you will win when Trump men started asking you these questions. So you know what happened to the mayor in New York? He decided to surrender. And it's time for you to surrender and for you to smell your blood. You are a Black man. You are a Black man. You was a Black man, a little Black boy, before you became a Democrat. You're still Black, and racism is still alive in the city of Chicago. Embrace your Black.
Thank you very much for your comment. Osiris King.
All right. Watch this one.
Okay.
F around.
Hello,
find
Mr.
out.
Mayor Brandon Johnson.
You say FAFO. Okay. Yeah, this guy right here, you've showed a video with him before. He's good. I like him.
As we close out Black History Month, let's talk about some real Black history. A. Philip Randolph was a Black labor activist who opposed immigration. Booker T. Washington and Frederick Douglass were prominent Black people in America who opposed immigration because they saw what immigration does to the Black community. So this charade that you're doing with Donald Trump and Tom Homan, we see through it. It is a farce. Black people have always been against immigration, legal and illegal, because a lot of poor Black people are at the low-wage labor market, and we don't need foreigners taking our jobs and competing with us. So being fighting against illegal immigration is the most Black thing you can do. It is the pro-Blackest thing you can do, is fighting illegal immigration. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Mayor Brandon Johnson, I am so happy that you are testifying before Congress, because the people of Chicago, especially on the South and West Side, do not support sanctuary cities. I know the election is over and people are trying to distract you with lunatics protesting against deportations and Democrats doing what Democrats do. But do not forget that we in Chicago do not support sanctuary cities, especially the people who live on the South and West Side, who had our schools turned into migrant shelters. And for all the people who are mad about Trump getting rid of DEI and critical race theory, those things were racist. You cannot fight past discrimination with future discrimination. If Martin Luther King saw what the Democratic Party has become, he would roll over in his grave. Yep. We want to know where that money went. $400 million to illegal aliens. People talk about, oh, reparations this and reparations that, and you have Democrats talking about all this stuff. They need to talk about where that money went, because that's where their money went. Yes. It's complete insanity. And might I say this, a lot of people say Donald Trump is anti-Black. Donald Trump has acknowledged that birthright citizenship was meant for Black people, for newly freed Black slaves. That's Black history. Democrats want to give it to immigrants. Donald Trump has said that illegals compete with Black people for jobs. Democrats look the other way. Donald Trump has said that criminal illegal aliens should be deported out of poor Black communities, while Democrats like Mayor Brandon Johnson and others fight tooth and nail to keep them here. They are not for Black people. They are not. So y'all can call me a sellout for being Black and a Trump supporter. That's fine. But y'all token DEI Democrats are a threat to democracy. Y'all are the crazy ones. So please tell me, to all the people who call me a sellout for voting for Trump, which one of us is really selling out, brother?
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker this morning is Daniel Beland.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Prosperity, you want to comment on that?
Well, they still flying high.
Okay.
But the last one gonna land the plane.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's two more left on here, him and another one. Yeah. And the last one is the Fraternal Order of Police president. And he gonna land the plane.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that the prior gentleman. You had him in another video, boy. He brings it. So I love it. All right, here we go.
This one that's speaking now by the name of Dan Bowling, he's the one that's running that recallthisfall.com to recall.
Okay.
So he's the person for that.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right.
City Council and Mayor, I know many people are here today to express their frustration with how the city is being run and how our tax dollars are being spent. But I'm here to say thank you. As the executive director of the Committee for Chicago Mayor Recall, I want to thank you for demonstrating exactly why a mayoral recall mechanism should be law in Chicago. From day one, your values have not reflected those of everyday Chicagoans.
Nope.
Instead, they align with CTU puppet masters and radical activists who sow distrust and division. A mayor should unite the city and prioritize public safety. You have done the opposite. Your administration includes an anti-Semitic, anti-law enforcement external affairs officer, a chief of staff who believes in peace circles will solve sexual harassment, and a senior advisor who allegedly committed election fraud in Texas and lacks a legitimate Chicago residence. Your leadership is failing, and the results speak for themselves. You say you don't do raggedy, but your leadership has been exactly that. Chicagoans, regardless of race, income, or religion, want to feel safe in their homes, on their streets, and in their schools. Yet under your watch, armed juvenile thugs continue to carjack, loot, and rob. You canceled ShotSpotter without a backup plan, endangering 2/3 of the city's population. Since that time, 34 people have died. That blood's on your hands and on the Vasquez 19 Progressive Caucus who supported you on that. You also failed to disclose your conflict of interest in CPS contract talks, benefiting from a deal while replacing the school board with unvetted CTU loyalists, firing CEO Martinez days before Christmas for refusing a reckless payday loan proves your priorities lie in union politics, not student success. The only ones benefiting from a better, safer, stronger Chicago are criminals and special interests. A recent poll shows you're at a dismal 6.6 approval rating, with support collapsing across all racial and ethnic groups. Given this overwhelming rejection and the loss of the confidence of the Chicago people, I'm demanding your immediate resignation.
Yes.
Your administration is incompetent. Chicago deserves better, and Little Dirk deserves his money back. He needs it for commissary. Thank you.
Would you, Miss Prosperity or Mr. Williams, would you like to comment on that? I like what he had to say. Nice, clear. Nice. All right.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, you're fine.
What? Sorry about what happened earlier. How far did I lose you all at?
That was a while back. So, and you were walking. You started walking around. You were trying to show us how the difference between the part prior to January 20th. How you were telling us how there were fewer people. We know a lot of people, they're in hiding. People aren't standing all over the corner, selling food items and things like that. So
okay. Well, I'll definitely try that again. If you invite me back, I'll get that in order. I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi, but the last I know, I looked down and you all were gone, and I was like, oh. But the gentleman that's speaking now, prosperity in my, I'm sorry.
I said it'd be good. And maybe if you make it next time, make a video and then I can upload it.
Oh, I have several things I can show if that's the case.
Okay.
But this gentleman, Prosperity and I were looking to get petitions and stuff going, but then we found out about this gentleman, and one of my initial things that I talked about was term limits and putting these people in their place, or like a report card that if you are not doing or working up to the satisfaction of the citizens and what you agreed to do, then at the end of that term or quarter, we should just be able to send you packing. So I really appreciate what he's doing, and to make these people understand when you come to this city and you want to be arrogant. And I really think that Brandon Johnson is trying to take a page out of Mayor Daley's book with the tollways and the parking meters. But what he doesn't understand is that is going to blow up in his face, because people are sick of you leaving the future with a lot of debt, like lots of debt, like incredible debt. So I think it's all going to come to an end, and I appreciate what this gentleman is doing. He's right in line with what Prosperity and myself do.
And Miss Prosperity, we were talking earlier, so about not just ramifications that you're having to deal with, but we're talking your children and your grandchildren. So could you talk about that a little bit for me, please, ma'am?
Oh, absolutely. When it comes down to any funding that is taking place, it is ridiculous how his accounting staff, which is his finance people, would even make a recommendation on high interest loans like payday loans.
Oh, wow.
And our credit has really started just plummeting.
Yeah.
So that's going to make the percentage rate going to be worse on top of that.
Right.
So for him to even recommend $830 million, which will in turn is going to add up to $2 billion. That's
2.2.
Right. And without that, okay, without that loan, we already hurting. But with that loan, it's just devastating.
Right.
Because it doesn't only impact us currently, our taxes, property, and everything else, but it impacts our children. inheritance and children's children. That unless someone can come in here, which I do believe that Pritzker can help out because his family owns billions of dollars.
Oh, wow.
But he's too busy blowing the dollars here in Illinois.
Oh, wow.
So therefore, who's going to come in and help us? Because the government already had banned a lot of the federal funding. They said they were going to do it, and they thought that this was just a joke.
Yep.
And that's where it was another FAFO going on. now you're mad. No,
right.
we see it as people who did not elect these people in these offices, but we're also still impacted with the people who did elect them in the offices.
Oh, wow.
We need all to wake up that got any rights to vote, to look at the policies and what they are perpetrating, as well as whatever real policies they have, and ask for discernment to realizing what is good and what is not.
Right.
But instead, these colorblinds for everything else but black, dark complexion, melanated, or what have you, people are being put in the office because, oh, they understand us. No, they don't understand you. Because if they understood you, they wouldn't bring you to this demise.
Okay.
And this is exactly what it is. It's a demise.
It is. And it is.
Butchery.
Yeah. Butchery, treachery. We can add a few more adjectives.
And this is not even nowhere near slavery, granted, but you're not far from it. Yeah. Because it's going to O, and O. Those who can get up and leave left.
Right.
Those who are fighting for the cause or cannot leave, there's multiple people that are still here.
Yeah.
Are still here trying to resolve and save whatever we had left. Now, what's going to happen for the next candidate that come into office? That's the question.
It's going to inherit a mess.
Yes.
Yeah. They're going to inherit, but see, when they go on this campaign trail talking about, I inherited this.
Right.
Well, the question would be, what did you do to make it better?
Yep. Facts.
That would be the main question that people need to ask. What did you do to make it better?
Right.
Or what are you going to do to make it better? Because we can't listen to all this blah, blah, blah talk anymore. This blah, blah, blah got to go. It's proof in the pudding with the actions, not the words. Everybody don't stand by their words. So that's my commentary for that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Mr. Blackson, what would you like to add to the conversation, sir?
So I'm wondering, Prosperity, who are the next list of mayors to run when Johnson, I guess, is booted or whatever? Are you guys have to make a list of new people?
We do have somewhat of a list, and there's some primaries, and then there's some secondaries that are looking to run for mayor.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a lot of Republicans or independents.
Why?
Right. Yeah.
They're Democrats. We're waiting on more to step up.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I sure been posting on other channels that I have access to do journalism with. And I'm inviting the Republicans to apply.
Right.
Apply. Bring it.
Oh, yeah.
How many Republicans are running? Because again, when we're talking about Democrats, whether it be, Johnson or super mayor or whatever, they all are told to go by the Democratic playbook. That means to tax you guys, up your taxes, bring illegals in here, replace the workforce. That is the Democratic agenda. So, I mean,
even more so when we had Biden in the office, even more so. Woo. But now that we had Trump in the office, because this is what we voted for Trump to do.
That's right.
Come and clean up America. Save
Yes.
America from
Yes.
all of the craziness that the Democratic Party has allowed to occur and hurt so many people, especially those in the lower class, of course.
Facts.
But millionaires and billionaires, okay, they got a fluff of a pillow to fall back on. But the
Right.
poor does not. And the middle class also has some falling to do as well. I mean, we have to rebuild. And rebuilding you can't do when your blocks are still tumbling down.
That's true.
But Prosperity, do they not understand that part of that cleanup is getting rid of these Democrats? Because it's their policies. You cannot clean up without getting rid of these Democrats.
It's been expressed from several people speaking. And people think, and I'm going to mention this too about City Hall. People think, oh, you're just going up to City Hall. They're not listening to you. They don't hear you. See, it's not so much that they're going to listen to us. We want y'all to listen to us. We want y'all to see that we're not standing behind the scene and just blasting our gums and no one can hear or see us. What we want is for everyone to take this back. Spread the word, get it out there. That's the purpose of that. So you have the mainstream media. You got some of those who will continue to record us, and there's some of those who won't turn on their cameras. That's why we bring our own, so we can put our own selves out there to show what it is that's going on and what we need the people to know. Because if it wasn't for social media, and I gotta tell you, y'all, I wasn't even for no social media. Anybody know me? No, I wasn't for no social media. But with that said, I had to step up, because if I did not step up, I would be sitting back looking at my screen going like this constantly.
Right.
Constantly. So if I have a voice to speak, I need to speak. And that's for anybody that has a voice, to not be afraid to stand up for what is right. It's nothing wrong about standing up to someone who is doing wrong.
Right.
We have to call them out. So that's why I say the word has spread. Chicago is on the map. There's been several voices that gotten up and spoken out and has spread it all across. Just like I had brought up More Real News as one of the initial news. Well, he does news, but one of the initial channels that goes out and does journalism.
Right.
And spread news with more his videos. He don't do a lot of the talking, but he shares those videos out there.
Right.
Then we got Citizen Kane. Oh, he's a professional journalism.
Yeah,
journalist.
He's here. He's in the chat now.
Exactly. And he's been spreading news. You can find him out there on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I say, when we go up there, Blackson, my purpose. Okay, I'm not going to speak for anybody else.
Right.
Because you'll know them by their fruits. And I'm going to leave it at that. But when I go up there, it's for the cause for all people.
Oh, yeah.
To have some kind of sanity, that someone is standing up. Someone that's doing it for real. I'm not out here for views and for clicks and for photographing my face, because I was trying to be in the background.
Right.
But because this wasn't going forward, I had to step up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So that's why I say, yeah, that's what we're doing, trying to just get that word out there, getting people on board. Hey, because like I said, I've been a Republican for nearly over 2 decades. And of course, I have people that tried to shut me down, people that tried to ban me, people that tried to do all kinds of things and laugh about it and so forth. But good thing I got an attitude that says, I don't care.
When you say that it's hard to stay in the background when they're coming for your property, like the property taxes, isn't it kind of hard to stay like, well, I ain't gonna do, okay.
Exactly. That's like an eye opener, just like what Zelensky did on that channel with Trump. Eye opener. Hello.
Right.
When you get the bill, see, we shouldn't have to wait to get the bill.
That's right.
The problem is we got to stand up before the bill gets finalized.
That's right. That's right.
And that's why I told many that have been on this channel for a while, you need to get your tails down there to the Cook County Assessor's Office and fight that crap, because they see me and they don't like me.
Well, Lamont and Prosperity, y'all got to understand, just like Zelensky, there are people that's pushing him. So I think there's people that's pushing the mayor, again, the Democratic Party. The same people pushing your mayor, the same people pushing Zelensky. Because before Zelensky walked up there to Trump, he had visited some of the rhinos and the Democrats, and they were patting him on the back, and they put the battery in his back and told him not to take the deal. But you know, that's a whole nother. Yeah, they pumped him up. Yeah, pumped him up. He was supposed to, you know, but.
I'm gonna go before Trump, and I'm gonna tell him, you know, B, who you think you are, JD Vance? You be
right. But they're pumping up your mayor, that mayor too. I mean, say your mayor, but that mayor, somebody's pumping him up. It's the Democratic Party.
So look at my face with all the pumping they doing.
Right.
That's him. That is him, because they're pushing him from one side and we knocking them back from the other side. So in between that, only thing he could do is stand there and be like a limp piece of. So,
hey, there's a comment here for you. I definitely need to read this because I want to hear your answer. This is from Ruby.
Okay.
All the various groups, i.e., Chicago Red, Flip Chicago, etc., come together to vet the new candidates, vying, I guess, for mayor. That's a good question.
Will they or are they?
She asked if they have. If they have. I
Not
guess
that we know of.
Together, which I know the answer to that because I've been talking to you. No. But I thought I'd let you answer.
Next question, please.
Thank you. Strike that from the record.
Miss Prosperity, Tina Tover wants you to run for mayor.
No. No, I'll tell you why I'm not running for a political position. Because number one, the work that I do, I am happy at doing it. And number two, y'all don't want to see this, do you? That's why I didn't go into law. I would be in contempt of court.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the status quo and not going to follow the rules. So no, and then I probably had to get on the same drugs that Brandon on. Because this crap is stressful just from me being on my side of it. It is stressful.
Yeah,
it is time consuming. And you know the worst job you can have, kind of like me already, is trying to get into the heads of people to make them understand the rights and the wrongs, or the goods and the bads, or the successfuls and the failures. Yeah. It is difficult. The jobs that you got to get into the minds and the heads of people are the most stressful jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And this would be absolutely one of them. I can hear people and I can agree with them all day long. But now I got to go fight all these brickheads. And the role that many don't know about the alderman. The alderman's role is to oversee the mayor and what is allowable and what's not, and be the voice of the people. That's why in one of my videos that's on my channel, I say that to those aldermen. You are mini mayors. And that means that your role is to bring to that one what the people want. The people voted him in, and the people can vote him out. Just like we can do you, alderman. And of course, we got y'all names too. Oh, yes, we had those names. I told you as well.
I haven't pulled up. I with him.
I got a quick question because I know we were supposed to show the videos with the brothers, Miss Rowland, but I'm gonna ask Lamont a question. So, Lamont, how do we? Because here in Atlanta, we, you know, the brothers, we pushed it for Trump. Not saying that sisters didn't either, but how do we I guess get to the brother, because a lot of conversations I hear amongst brothers everywhere is, oh, all them parties are the same, and the Democrats and Republicans are the same. Although Trump, they tried to come at him and convict him of crimes and all that. But I mean, what's your? How do we like Prosperity was saying,
Okay.
kind of reason with them?
We know. Okay, so basically, what we have to do is figure out that you were beaten into submission a few hundred years ago, a couple hundred years ago, to vote for Democrats.
Right.
So, we were really strong in the Republican Party back then, and what they did was they said, well, we have to figure out a way to make these people vote for us. So what they did was they came up with a militia called the KKK, and they sicked them on you. And they said, if you don't vote for us, we're going to hang you from that tree. We're going to burn you in front of your family and all the other atrocities that they do. So what's happened is we are suffering from a mental illness right now. And I refer to it as Stockholm Syndrome, where I can do the worst thing in the world to you, and you still going to bow and kiss the ring. So the issue is we need to start using discernment and understand if your neighborhood still looks like a trash can, and you consistently vote for these people, and they playing in your face and taking all your money and your tax dollars. And let's say right now where we at, they take all your tax dollars and usher someone into your neighborhood, and you can't even find a job. So what we need to do is start using rationale and common sense and saying, hey man, maybe it's time for us to change something, because what we've been doing previously is just not working. It's not working. My neighborhood right now looks like somebody threw a bomb in it, because they would rather take people that are not from here and take kickbacks and get rich than to take care of the people that voted for them.
That's right.
And like Prosperity keeps saying, pretty much they picked Brandon because they didn't want violence. We didn't want him either, but that's what happened. So when they keep on talking about, oh, well, this is what you picked. No. What like Prosperity said, this is what they selected for us.
Right.
So the issue is, we have to take our feelings out of what's happening right now. Looking at the View, looking all at the local news, go sit down and read some of these case studies and find out what specifically these people that are in your face and they're asking you to vote for them, what have they done? What is their track record? And I won't say no names, but somebody came up with a crime bill in 1994 and the other gentleman didn't. See what I mean?
Facts.
So I'll go one deep. In the grocery store the other day, and I was speaking about how I don't lead into this thing with my feelings. I want to know what your track record is. What are your numbers? What have you done? And I told the lady I want to lean into me a little bit because the lady behind me is listening. And oh boy, when she heard me say TRUMP, she went crazy, started yelling at me. She was like, yeah, he's a rapist, and I would never vote for him. I said, man, we weren't even talking to you. So that's how deep it goes. And we just need to be okay.
Ooh, oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and let's see who's coming up next to try to get Mr.
The
Johnson.
president of the Fraternal Order of Police. Oh my goodness.
See what he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Listen to him good.
Yes, ma'am.
Our next speaker is John Cantazera.
No holds bar.
No.
Good morning, Mayor Henyard.
Good morning.
Oh, wrong city.
Oh.
So it will be the same.
Oh. Woo. Okay.
Yikes. Mad disrespectful on purpose.
Now he's changed his whole gender. I love it. Woo! Good. He said, for those that didn't hear it in the chat section, he said, "Good evening, Mayor Henyard, the super mayor."
We call him Brandy.
Brandy.
Right.
Oh my God.
And the result. Someone already talked about the 6.5% approval rating. I want to remind you, you were elected by half, roughly, 52%. Of 600,000 Chicagoans. That's about 12% of the population. You are literally at 6.5%. Donald Trump could run for mayor of Chicago right now and beat you. That's how unpopular you are.
That's it.
And ridiculous this city has become. Before I talk about your esteemed Sergeant at Arms and his illegal policies for public speaking, I want to talk about this bond vote you're all going to take. $800 million with a $2 billion end price tag. Ridiculous. Why? So the king grifter over there can give his girl Stacey Gates, who has been to his house several times to backdoor negotiate contract proposals, can get her pound of flesh out of the city taxpayers.
Yep.
Well, the reality is, you talked about other labor leaders being on a leave of absence while they serve as president, and you're no different as the mayor. Are you really that clueless? Are your fifth graders you used to teach really that much brighter than you? You're the mayor. You're negotiating on behalf of the city. You are not representing the membership, but you are because you're still technically a member of CTU.
Yep.
While you're negotiating the contract for the taxpayers of this city. Where is the inspector general? Where are the rest of you holding him accountable for this?
Yep.
He should be forced to fully resign from CTU while these negotiations are going on. It is a direct conflict of interest, but you're all sitting on your hands and your asses doing nothing. I'm just telling you, for those of you who think you're going to vote yes for this ridiculous bond issue, just know we have a giant PAC fund that will continue to grow at FOP 7, and you will all be on the target list. We will recruit candidates, and we will not be able to take maybe all of you out, but we're certainly going to target anybody that votes yes for this. And you're going to say, what has this got to do with the police? We are taxpayers, and many of us are the primary taxpayers in this city. So my members are sick of getting a decent contract and then having it stolen out of their back pocket in the same sentence. It will end, or your political careers will. I can assure you of that. And you're going to follow suit with him and Tiffany Henyard and be in the forgotten pile of politic history. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. There's a motion on the floor to delay this vote till May 21st. There's a subsequent motion to lay that motion on the table. Madam Clerk, thank you very much for making the technology available for the motion to lay this vote on the table. So in other words, if you vote yes to lay this motion on the table, you wish not to accept a motion to delay this vote until May, and then you wish to return back to the initial motion for the passage of this item. Alders, please use your e-vote application to record your vote at this time.
The voting is now open. The voting is now open. Please use your e-device. The voting is now open. This vote is for the motion on the table.
I got a question.
Correct. Lay on the table.
Yes.
Why every time we watching this, they keep talking about delays? Every time I come up on here, he's talking about some delay. What's going on?
When he doesn't have the support that he needs, he will continuously kick that can down the road.
Wow.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Does that clear it up?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. Let's see what they're getting ready to vote now, Miss Prosperity.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show. I'm going to show you.
This was an initial voting portion because they had about 3 different votes that had occurred.
Okay.
For delaying and then getting to the final. At this point, you can scroll through this part and like fast forward.
Okay.
So we can.
So we don't need to watch this.
Yeah, you can just keep moving it forward till we get near the end. Okay, right in there. Okay, stop right there, and now you can play it from there.
Okay.
Our current and future residents. And
she's explaining
of what makes this city great.
Okay, this is Pat Dow.
Okay.
I think the second
she is a firm kiss A person.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay.
We have to be able to adapt. And this bond is an example of adaptation. One, it talks about a bond limit up to a certain amount. We may spend less. We may spend much less. Secondly, the bond issuance offers the flexibility necessary to ensure that at any given point, we can right size or mold the repayment schedule so that it benefits our communities at its maximum level. And we can do that while ensuring that not a single cent of this money goes to anything besides infrastructure. I guess the last thing I want to say is, people keep comparing this to a mortgage. We're not mortgaging the future of our children.
Yes, you are.
In fact, we are building the roads that they're going to use and having them pay their fair share to use these roads like they do today is good public policy. So with that, I would urge the body to vote yes on this bond deal so that we can move our city forward. Thank you.
Question has been called here for the passage of this item, again by roll call vote. Does that still stand, Chairwoman Dow? That motion
Yes,
still
I'm
carries?
sorry, Mr. President. I move the motion to call this ordinance for a roll call vote.
Very well. Thank you, Madam Clerk, for providing the technology today. Alders, please use your e-vote application to record your vote at this time.
Okay, so at this point, this is where the photo would suffice to say that who voted for this, because on that first vote, or I had you to fast forward, it was a tie. And Brandon Johnson gets to break the tie.
Right.
Oh.
Then it came back, someone else decided, and these are pretty much regulars that will vote for Brandon, whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. Yeah.
They think that we just bluffing them when it comes time for them to come back to that position. So I hope they got their resumes ready, because that's what I told them back in 2023. Get your resumes ready.
You're out of here.
Now, Prosperity, are these communities ready to take action? Because it seems like if they're that confident, I guess they feel like whatever district they're in is not going to make that move. Are they ready to make that move?
Well, I believe yes, because that's the reason why we have that rating for him of approval of 6.6%.
Right.
It dropped from 14% at the end of last year to 6.6. Now he can go lower. But the communities that will support some of those older people are the communities that's primarily up north. And there is very few that is on the south side, and the west side can kick rocks. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because they all got to go. And those are the ones who's contributing to the problems of the city of Chicago.
Right.
Oh,
but the north side, which is primarily white, and of course there's other ethnic groups there as well, but those aldermen are standing up for the communities, and they're voting the way that their constituents are asking them to vote.
That's what they're supposed to do. And
it's ours. It's ours. It's exactly ours. So that is given the hand.
So the ones that, because you said it was a 50-50 last time, the other ones that voted with Johnson, what areas are those, and have you talked to those people?
Those people, wait a minute, are you asking about the 50-50 of the vote that was taking place here on this day? Or are you talking about that 6.6%?
The one where he broke the tie last time.
Okay, so the tie was in this meeting here that we fast forward past. And those people are the same actual ones that we're going to see on the photo when we get to that. And those folks are primarily the same ones in the same communities where there's primarily Blacks and Latinos that are voting this way. Primarily.
For their own demise.
Mm-hmm.
And they got people to rally behind them. And go ahead. I'm sorry, Lamont.
Well, no, that's okay. I was just gonna say, if you got a good old boy network, and you're getting the kickback from the side, and you're gonna keep on going with it as long as it's not affecting you. See, so, and that's a lot of it. Brandon Johnson was a substitute teacher. Then he got the job as the mayor. And in like a year and some change, maybe more, Prosperity, you could probably speak to that a little bit. Man, how you got $3 million, bro? Where'd you get that money from?
We know.
Democrat playbook.
See, that's the problem. And now what's happening to Brandon? And I don't think he understands that we live in what we call Crook County. You just got caught up, and you trying to do the same thing Mayor Daley and his dad did, You're not gangster like that. You're not a part of the clique. And guess what? You are literally not like them.
Right.
What's happening is you trying to run the same playbook, and they about to let you get run under the bus. So I want to make sure I make this statement because my day it got thrown off track a little bit. But I want to make this statement that we would like for Mr. Tom Homan to come to the community of Austin, and we can walk through here, and I can really show you how these people have destroyed this city. They didn't wreck it; they destroyed this place on purpose, and I think it was all over money. And then this is the question that I would like everybody to wonder. You open those borders and you let all these people come here. But what was the reason why you primarily wanted them to be in our neighborhood? What was your aim? What were you trying to do?
Great replacement.
So, and then like I said earlier, once we place and we start to vote differently, get out of our feelings and all this stuff that they shouting at you in these churches and all that. No, and go do your due diligence and understand that these people work for you. You don't work for them. They don't tell you what you're gonna get. You're gonna tell them what you're gonna get. Well, guess where you gotta go. So these are the things that we need to I think we need to pray on it and use discernment too. Because God gave you common sense. We're not using it right now. If I keep on giving you consistently a crab sandwich every time you come to the table to eat, and these people over here eating filet mignon and steak and all that, why you keep on going to the same table? Why won't you go to another table?
Facts.
Why do you keep doing the same thing? So we need to do things differently. No, we're not going for the yelling and singing, and we should no. We should go get up off your petunia and go outside and do something. Go outside and say something to them people when you see them doing something unlawful in your neighborhood. Like I do. That park, I go across the street and I clean up that trash in front of them when they go and get cases of beer. Just throw the trash everywhere and look at you like what? And they look at me like I'm nuts, but I look at you like you're crazy because I take it my business to line those garbage cans up around the park so you can throw the trash away. So like I was explaining to Prosperity, I think a lot of it is envy and jealousy. And then you have the audacity to come in our neighborhood and be disrespectful. Can't tell you how many times I've been the N-word where I live. I'm not in your neighborhood, you in mine. And I'm not sure what the media is telling you or what the welcoming center is telling you, those people that were giving them those calls about us. But man, find out, man, we tired of playing with y'all. And the reason why I think for the most part, everybody is not livid right now is because the brothers understanding that they did write some legislation in, basically giving these people diplomatic immunity. So if I go outside and get to putting a smack on people, guess who's gonna get it? Me.
You. Yep.
Yeah. So we wisening up and we understanding that there really is no such thing as no brown and black coalition, but we all that we have. We need to understand that we need to start taking care of each other. Now I'm about to tongue lash us before I go. We need to understand that we need to go back to family. We need to stop allowing these single family homes to take place. Your mother shouldn't be raising a man because she can only get you to a certain point. And guess what? She raised what I call a pseudo man. You look like a man, but you got all your mom's characteristics. That's why we're getting killed in the streets. So we need to understand that we need to go back to the basics. Stop having kids before you get married, and understand that your family structure is the only thing that you have. And understand why you're the most hated and uncelebrated is because everybody wants to be you.
Now, Lamont, let me ask you a question. Because it sounds like everything you said, it sounds like conservative values.
I have common sense values, and I did vote for Trump.
Okay. No, and I'm glad you said that because, the news media, I don't know, like you said, the churches, some of the, I ain't gonna say all the churches, but they have demonized the word conservative values, thinking that, oh, it's racist, this and that. But what you just said are conservative values. You said family first. Well, the Democrats don't believe in family. They don't even know what a woman is, and then they got our tax dollars going over to different countries showing transvestite plays. Like, and oh yeah, Zelensky did a transvestite play, by the way. That's just a little side note. But y'all that watch my channel seen the video of him, but little side note. But what I'm saying is that these countries that have been under the U.S. aid came from, and even RFK said this, it all comes from the Democrats. All this comes from the Democrats. From that guy saying, you lazy, no money from you, Democrats.
Thank you.
Who told him to say that?
Democrats. Democrats told him to say that. Just like they try to define what black is. They had poor Joyless Reed being a mouthpiece and I guess trying to define what black people should and shouldn't do. But then she's not an FBA. She's not a firstborn black American. You know, so I say that to say this. Her interest, just like Kamala Harris' interest, was to keep the border open. You know, so they use black people that are not from here to bring in the people, but they don't even realize the Mexicans, the Spaniards, the Venezuelan, they prejudice too. So you're not going to see, you know, I've seen it, but you're not going to see me too many black Mexicans because you got all the light skin and all the Spanish looking Mexicans. You're not going to see the Indian Mexicans. You're going to see the Spaniards coming over here in droves. Just like you have the Ukrainians coming over here in droves. Now, yeah, you got some Haitians coming over and some Nigerians coming over, and definitely here in Georgia. You know, in Georgia, we got these non-driving Somalians and Ethiopians who Tom Homan needs to come get up out of here, you know, getting CDLs, making my profession look bad. But, you know, I'm sorry, I'm ranting, y'all. But, yeah, I'm basically saying this, Lamont. It all comes from the Democrats. Would you not agree, Lamont? Prosperity, Roland?
I would agree
It all
wholeheartedly.
right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
This is what they make us all these grandiose promises when it's time to vote for them. And then in the summertime, they come across the street to the park and they give the kids book bags, pencils, and crayons. And you get potholes in your streets, 300% more crime. And oh yeah, the border is closed. Oh, and we don't have no jobs for you either because we giving them all to them. And we want to keep on lying about saying that they do all the agriculture. And if you want to look that statistic up, they do about 1%. So the rest of them are grifters. We're being grifted and we're being paid to grift. And we getting bent over and kissing us first. So I don't understand why everybody's not live and mad, man. What upsets you? It's going to make you angry.
Lamont, when you talk to these brothers, make sure, tell them that Mexicans coming picking grapes is a lie. They do roofing.
That is a whole lie.
Plumbing. Yes, a whole lie. They do construction. They work backhoes. They work goddamn front loaders. They do all the goddamn good paying jobs. Don't let them be like, oh, who's gonna pick the grapes? No.
That's what
they're feeling roofing. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. Rowland. Go ahead.
You're right, but the Democrats, that's what they're saying. They're talking
That's
about
a lie.
Yeah, and they're saying in California now the produce is rotting in the field because
That's
they
a
get
lie.
I know, but that's what they're saying.
Right.
So,
right.
But
Well, you know what they say to combat that with is we have so many people that aren't doing this work anymore. But I was listening to I think he's excuse me, he's in the president's cabinet, but he basically stated that they were going to use automation. So robots kill that one. Now, what's going to be your next lie?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because they've been doing automation, picking the avocados with machines. They've been doing that since the late 90s. So what are we talking about? Yeah, that's why I was like, people, who's gonna pick grapes and pick this, pick that? Man, the automation been here. So thank you, Lamont, for bringing that up. Yeah.
And I agree, but again, just more lies from the left. We know that's why they are floundering. They are have imploded. America, again, we know what's happened with MSNBC, CNN. They're firing everyone. But I think it's so ironic. The very black people that they used to lie to the American people, to misguide the American people, these are the ones that they are axing. And now, especially now, Joy Reid, come on now. You look like the bottom of someone's shoe, and when you cry, you look worse.
But Miss Rowland, even though you got rid of Joy Reid,
yeah, you got Joy Reid. Now they're trying to raise up Jasmine Crockett, and they're on to them.
But you still got Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, but I know
toxic.
They still got the View.
But wait a minute. Hold on a minute, though. Hold on a minute. I'm not finished. This is true. But Joy is in her feelings because she thought she was special. Like I said,
One of them.
these black women fell for the lies of the Democratic Party. You're the backbone of the party, like they were running something, right? Like they were really important, and they used these black women to try and take down Trump. Well, look, sweetie, Trump is in office again, and so again, I put it up all the time. Homer Simpson backing away into the hedges. So they are not going to be there for you. Okay. So yeah, they'll let you spew this rhetoric and let you do their dirty work. Bonnie, Big Tish, all of these people allowed themselves to be used by the Democratic Party to lie. And again, I have no sympathy. I don't like for people to lose their job, but when Joy Liz Reed, when I heard her say, I don't care, this is before they sacked Biden, I don't care if Biden is in a coma, I'm still voting for him. I have nothing for you, ma'am, because you don't have more than 2 brain cells. And that's just where I'm at with that. And so, sorry, not sorry. I'm not crying for you. You lied to the American people for years. And when she was sacked, I was like, thank you, Jesus. And so the American people are not dumb. They are finally, not everyone, but a lot of them are waking up and like, wait a minute, all this stuff that you said, it's not true. And so all these black shills, all these gatekeepers, as they come down, and some become indicted and they get into this and they get into that, they lose their jobs. I am not crying. You knew you were lying to the American people, but you wanted them to vote for the Curry Queen so bad. You continue to lie. So I have nothing for any of them. What goes around comes around. Exactly, Baldwin Burrs. The disposables. Sharice, exactly. So yes, they let you think Miss Joyless Reed thought she was so important. Miss Rachel Maddow is still on, honey. You're gone. And again, I don't know why you're on here crying. Think about all the lies that you told and think about how you purposefully tried to mislead people. And I have nothing for her.
Well, I know Lamont has something to say, but I want to speak after Lamont. I knew you had something.
So,
go ahead.
What is this thing where they said, well, we have the lesser of 2 evils, but I'm a Democrat and I'm going to stay on code? What is that? Can somebody explain that to me? What is that?
That's something that people just grab and they just believe it and they run with it, Lamont. That's why I keep telling. I try to go.
Articles of this code. Where does it exist? Where can I go to read it?
I think the Democrats made that up. Just like they say, you lazy, no more money. It all comes from the Democrat. I think these Democratic playbooks have existed since Reconstruction. And Lyndon B. Johnson, like these Democrats have been doing this for decades. Forever. And they just refined it. They refined it every year. But we could trace it all the way back to Reconstruction, right after the Civil War. They whole playbook. Like you said, you mentioned the Klan earlier. Democrats, Lyndon B. Johnson putting people on food stamps to get the blackmail out of hell. Democrats, So what I want to know is so you said, again, because I asked you this earlier, Lamont, first thing brothers say, what's the difference, Democrats or Republicans? And I said, okay, that's cool. So you point out that the Democrats were behind indicting Trump. You show them that and say, explain that.
They weaponized.
Democrats and Republicans were trying to indict Trump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, and if they don't have the common sense to know that right there, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. I mean, that's, and then you have Democrats who stabbed other Democrats in the back, like RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, and I keep saying only type of money I would donate to the Democrats if they build a big statue of Nancy Pelosi with a goddamn steak knife. Because she backstabbed the president himself. I was like, dang.
She don't care.
She don't care.
You know how they operate. Anyone can get it, and we know that.
Right, and the president got it.
Yeah.
So if you stab the president in the back, ain't nothing the Democrats say.
They eat their own. And
Right,
again,
that's
it
why I
doesn't
said,
matter.
Miss Lynn, I want to contribute a statue of Nancy Pelosi with a big steak knife because she did
Yeah.
the greatest backstab in our history.
Machete.
Braxton, you
Right.
weren't here. You weren't here, but I think I don't know if I said it last week with Miss Prosperity. I said, the way that they're imploding, I love it, and it's good for America. And everything that Trump's trying to do, they're saying something negative about. He's just going on about his business. They're still up here trying to tell all these lies. It doesn't matter. He's standing on business. That's like Miss Prosperity said earlier. He's doing what he said he was going to do. It's all about taking care of the American people. And thank God. I don't know. I think you were there. I did the video on the IRS. Oh God, please get rid of the IRS. They have been weaponized against the American people to try and separate us from as much money as possible. And Miss Prosperity's case and Mr. Lamont Williams' case, in their case, Brandon Johnson is trying to separate the people of Chicago from as much of their money as possible, and the tyranny must stop. I mean, come on, folks. You take care of home first. How you doing, Real Rap Show? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I have a wonderful guest, esteemed guest, and I'm loving it. And so the American people are going to say, wait a minute. And like you said, Miss Prosperity could have stayed home and just looked at it and said, oh, well, my property taxes are going up. This sucks. And she could have just kept sitting there and ignored it and paid it and just went on. But she said, no, 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 no. And she said a few other things too.
Well, I got to ask Lamont and Prosperity, have there any been talk about Doge coming to Chicago and investigating Mr. Brandon there? Because like you said, Roland, you got the IRS being audited. You're going to have the Pentagon audited. And for every agency that they audit, we get a check back from that. From each agency, we get a check.
Yep. They got to come to Chicago. That's why they're bringing him before them on Washington, D.C. They know this has been a criminality of a joke. They know that Illinois itself, we go, like it was stated earlier in the chat, they don't have nothing on Al Capone. These are some other creatures that we dealing with. It got to the degree where they just didn't hold back anymore. They just okay, well, we're out in the open, so let's just go for it. And they are going for it.
Yes.
So
what you gonna say now? What you gonna do now? That's exactly where it's at.
Yep.
Is I think that they are letting Mr. 14-inch foot put his feet in his mouth and build his case against him. Because think about this. My man still hasn't showed you what's in that room. Who else was size 14 besides you, sir? Lori Lightfoot didn't wear no 14.
Well, you asked her, she might.
She surely wear no 14, man. She wasn't tall enough to wear no 14. So who was the 14 for, sir? So where's the $240 million that FEMA gave you when it flooded in our neighborhood, sir? And why would you let them trick you into getting a loan for $830 million that's going to end up in $2.2 billion, sir? You don't think they trying to set you up to get run on this bus? Don't nobody hear a bus starting? I hear a bus starting. And they're going to run him right out and they're going to back it over him too.
Yep.
Because his tone changed. You remember when he was on TV, had his chest poked out and had his $10,000 wedge on top of his head, talking about, this will forever remain a sanctuary city. And about moments later, about 3 days later, the man looked like he saw a ghost. And we think he got his auntie or his granny, or he paid that lady with that big wig on to come down there and say, baby, y'all need to leave him alone. No, it's too late, boy. You done it. We can't wait for you to go up there and take your lashes, sir. We can't wait. He earned it. He earned this.
Lamont, he said it remains Sanctuary City after Trump got elected with Tom Homan?
Yes.
He's saying
it's to Tom Homan and basically threatening him, talking about, come try us. We this, that, and the third. Yeah, they going to make an example out of him. That's why they stopped talking. They are going to make an example. young man. I promise. And I don't make those. But watch what I tell you.
And you know, Pam Bondi has the authority to cut off funds instantly. Instantly.
Yeah.
It's already been cut. That's why Governor Pritzker was over there whining. They cut off our federal funding. Right. That's not right. You know, we're going to come forward. We're not going to just stand here and do nothing about it.
Yep.
He was told in advance. He was told in advance what was going to go down. But they laughed at it. They joked about it. They waved it off. And now it's come to fruition.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm going to play the rest of the video here. I think we have about 4 minutes left, so everyone can see the outcome. If they can't see it clearly enough, I also have it pulled up on Facebook. But I'll play this so everyone can see the eventual outcome. Okay.
The voting is now open. The voting is now open. Please use your e-device. The voting is now open. Please raise your hand if you need any help. The voting is now open.
And you probably can't see this. It's not large enough, but I have it on Facebook, but I did pause it. You see the yays and you see the nays. And of course, Miss Prosperity added to the video. Remember each one. All right. So I'm going to let this play.
And unfortunately, the bottom of this screen is cut off.
Right, yeah.
So so if you'll post the picture of the entire screen, that would help people to see who their older person was that voted for this and who voted against it.
Well, that was as large. Okay.
Yeah, this one was cut off. That's my error on that because there is a bottom row that's not shown on this screen in the video. Okay. But on the channel, I actually put them in the comments section of who those are that's not on this screen.
Oh, okay.
And how they voted.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll let this play and then I have it pulled up on Facebook.
Yeah, then if you want to jump to the one that's going down for next Wednesday, that's the topic. When he goes to Washington, D.C. Woo-wee!
Okay.
Yes, indeed, Blackson.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Absolutely.
So is this okay? So you want? There are 3 minutes left. I guess I'll let this. Yeah, it's still playing out. Okay. Yeah, it's still playing out. And I love this because you can see how everyone votes, and you see Miss Prosperity said, "Remember each one." So when it's time to use the vote,
I will now call on those who have not used the e-device for a voice vote.
So those who did not use it is what she's calling out. They tried to avoid putting their vote on the board, so that way it's not a record of it.
Oh, really? Oh no!
That's the new technique.
Okay, so I thought they were required to do that.
They're required to vote, but just do a call out. And they thinking, because she actually had some words with one of the older people there about, no, you have to vote, because they wanted to avoid the vote.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
They want to be exposed.
Right. Okay, let me let this play.
Okay.
All right.
And
Coleman is a yes.
Coleman is a yes. Alderwoman Taylor.
She's the preacher's kid.
Taylor is a
she's
yes.
another one in the Black neighborhood.
Alderman Urban votes yes.
Oh,
Urban
that one on the west side, another one.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a lawyer.
Yes. Alderman
Yeah, and he does.
Vegas is a no. Alderwoman Haddon.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you want me to do.
Have all those voted who wished? The voting is now closed.
Haddon is a guarantee to do what
26
Brandon wants.
yeas, 23 nays. This motion passes. Alderman Mitchell on a motion to reconsider.
I move to reconsider.
All those in favor of the reconsideration of the vote signify by saying aye. Any opposed say no. No, the motion fails.
Wow.
Notice he's talking real
Or
fast.
miscellaneous,
yeah.
Alderman Mitchell, anything?
I see that. See, he's talking fast.
Wrap it up. Let's go. I gotta get out of here. I got my $830 million, so I'm out of here. Coming up before anybody say anything else. Let's get out of here. Coming. Going what's going twice. So boom. Out.
That's you in the video talking like that.
No, that's me right now talking like that.
Okay.
In time of the next meeting, is that correct?
Except for the ordinance setting the date and time for the next meeting, I'm not aware of any miscellaneous.
Very well. For the date and time for the next meeting, Alderman Mitchell.
I've handed up an ordinance to the clerk setting the date and time of the next
Very
meeting.
well. Thank you much, Madam Clerk. Please read the ordinance.
Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Chicago, the next regular meeting at the City Council of the City of Chicago shall be held on Wednesday, March 12th, 2025, beginning 10 a.m. in the council chamber on the second floor, City Hall, 121 North LaSalle Street, Chicago, Illinois. This ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage. Gregory Mitchell, Alderman, 7th Ward.
Very well, Alderman Mitchell.
Right.
Alderman Mitchell.
I move that matters in the omnibus be passed by the first most favorable roll call vote by the Committee on Rules and the associated unsuccessful motion to reconsider.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. On the omnibus, Alderman Mitchell.
I move that matters in the omnibus be passed by the first
music
favorable roll call vote by the Committee on Rules and associated unsuccessful motion to reconsider.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Alderman Mitchell on the motion to adjourn.
There being no further business before the body, I move that we adjourn.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. This meeting is adjourned.
We're not gonna call you back, Blexit.
Now, okay. She
You don't
said,
even show up at the meetings, Blexit.
"Wow, oh wow."
Teleferro. We talking about Teleferro. Let's just get on that one right there. Teleferro. Ooh,
Okay.
that one there.
Oh,
I'm gonna
wow.
tell you, I had to bust him out when it came time to 2023. When we were back in 2023, he tried to escape putting his signature on the document to be against the sanctuary city, although his constituents wanted to get rid of that sanctuary city.
Oh, wow.
So as he's calling a meeting with his constituents and telling them, well, they want to move the migrants into the field house. And I wanted to just let you all know, I just found out, blah, blah, blah. I did my research and I said, okay, let's go and see who all stands for this sanctuary city and who didn't.
That's right.
I found out he wasn't on that list of the aldermen who were with the constituents, and I went driving. I told my husband, come on, we got to go over here.
Right.
Over there where you at, Blexit. We had to go over here to Emerson. Let's take me on over here right now. I'm going in that field house with my, you know what, bring the facts, those receipts.
Right.
I showed the list and I said, hey, your alder person is not supporting this. You're like, what?
Oh.
What? Oh, no, baby, they ain't supporting this. And here's the government website where they actually have the bill at, or in order to show you who is supporting this.
Mhm.
Oh, they got a hold of him.
That's
Next
what
thing
needs to
I know,
happen.
he had his name on the list. I was checking that list twice daily. Daily. Where
Now-
you at, Teleferro?
Oh my
because
God.
you shall come up in here. You the lawyer. You are in law, and yet you see these things going on down here, and you just, well, I'm just biding my time and pay my little 6 figures just to shut up.
Right, right.
Well, the constituents are hurting. So that's why I went and had to blow him out. I'm like, oh, hell no. You think that this going to go down like this? And I know you ain't signed off. Oh, I'm ratting you out.
Right.
He was one of several that I ratted out.
Oh, yeah.
Blexit said that I cussed out Talaferro out so badly that Sunday I found out about the illegals. He was telling me to calm down because I was about to stroke out.
Well, Talaferro is not in a in a body that he can afford to really get too stressed out either.
Okay.
I say he rides the fence, but the goddamn fence can't hold you. So you come over to the right side, because we've had enough of this, because I had to even call out the black team of aldermen up there at City Hall. I said, where are y'all at? Where are y'all at when it come down to the black people in your neighborhood? I give it to the Latinos. They're going to stand strong for theirs, but these black ones, and wonder why. And it's not about, oh, you're black, you're brown, you're white, you're pink, you're yellow, you're this, you're that. What it is about is an ethnicity of race. And the point is that you're not coming to the forefront. Y'all sitting down here collecting them 6 figures. I called out their little salaries in one of my videos. So now you getting this money, but what are you doing for that money? It's time to get your A up out of here. That's what time it is to get up out of here. Because let me tell you, I get that kind of money and let me sit around and not do nothing. You know where I would be?
Back at the house.
They'd be like, yeah, nah, you ain't bringing in the worth of the value. So we got to hold them to those same matters like they hold us. We got to hold them. We got to hold them to the same values. When you go to that office, don't go to that office dressing provocatively like one preacher's kid does. Let me call that one out provocatively. Try to ban my A. Just like your goddamn head of security called me telling me that I cannot come in. I dared them. Watch me. Watch me not come in those doors that I pay my taxes for. We ain't having that. Oh, no, no, no.
Uh-oh.
You tell me I can't come in? That's when Brandon called himself doing a recess because the tension was getting too hot. It was getting too high. The temperature was boiling up in there. So he calls a recess. So then they're going to tell us we got to go all the way back down to the first floor. And then when you go to the first floor, you got to go back through the security.
Oh.
And you got to get all your stuff checked. I'm like, oh, heck no, I ain't going back through that. I'm standing right here. Right here.
Oh, my God.
Watch me go down there.
Blackson. Like I told Miss Prosperity last Sunday, she's the reason that Brandy, Mayor Johnson, was going to the hospital with panic and anxiety attacks. She was stressing out too bad.
Don't blame it on me. He blame it on himself. I'm just calling the bleep bleep out. I'll tell you.
And
stop
I told you
with us, we won't mess with you.
And
that's
I told her, Blackson, I told her to keep at it. Don't let your foot up off of them, honey. Keep at the hospital every day if you can.
He need to just leave our money alone, replace it, and get out. That's how he can do those 3 steps.
Yeah.
Leave it alone, replace it, and get out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
all right. So we got that video for because like I said, they can go back to this one here that's showing that bottom part. That is the full part of the video.
Is this the full? Yeah. This is I closed the video out and I just went to Facebook. This was a screenshot. So that people could see the names and it shows the yays and the nays. So again, people can make intelligent decisions when it's time to vote for their aldermen and alderwomen again.
Exactly. Oh, trust and believe. We're gonna be notified. It's gonna be on record. We're gonna be blasting. We're gonna give reminders. We're gonna play back their voices and how they voted. Oh, we're gonna give reminders. Don't think we're gonna let y'all forget.
Right. That
There's no forgetting. You can't forget when somebody messing with your money. You can't forget when somebody messing with your property, which is your money. You can't forget when you have children and your children are going to be affected and impacted by the ignorance of these blah, blah, blah. You won't forget that. You won't forget it. And when it's time, and this is why constantly it's been said to them more than just me, that you're going to be reminded because you better get your resumes ready. You want to be in this role. We're going to help to see to that. We don't care who like you.
Right.
There don't be no elections.
I can't wait.
Elections.
I cannot wait until you get some of the people, the ones who are voting for Johnson. They're not voting for what their constituents were. I can't wait till you start ushering them out. And I knew you're going to be live streamed. I cannot wait.
And you know, they have never been faced with nothing like this before either.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
This is not until the last year or more. Like I said, I've been going down there since November 2023. And there's some that been there shortly before me. But this is the first time that the aldermen have been called to their faces. That this is going down. This is definitely going down. I remember saying it on pretty much my very first or second public comment to their faces, that for those of you who supported us, maybe you should remain in your seats, but the rest of you, goodbye, because we gonna vote you out.
Right.
They gotta go.
Right. And I remember you saying that. So she is not, if they don't know by now that you're not playing with them, I don't know what else to say. I just don't.
Yeah, they must think I was doing that blah, 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 like when I did that video to Brandon Johnson telling him he not like us.
Oh my God. And you had, hey, excellent job as well. Oh my God. Monique said also the illegals can vote. Yeah, that was their ultimate goal.
That was their goal. Yeah.
That was a goal. And the replacement to flood and again flood the mostly Black communities with all of these people who are hostile towards the people where you're placing them. Make it make sense. And so again, I lay all of this at the doorstep of the Biden-Harris administration. They have all these people that Trump and Holman are trying to get out of here. Hey, they made a mess and they're gone. Trump's just trying to clean it up, and it is what it is. And so, hey, he's doing what he was going to do. And I, for one, am glad they are shipping these people out. Hit the like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. And could you imagine? Someone said it earlier in the comment section. Oh my God, if the Curry Queen had won, this country would be done. Oh, you hear me? Done.
No, thank you.
Right.
Be a lot of people at the emergency room stroking out, heart attacks, everything, because that's what life would have been about.
Right. And again, you see the American people are struggling. We've been struggling for 4 years, but you didn't see fit to help any American people. And then when the Curry Queen came here to North Carolina because of the weather event we had in Western North Carolina, I'll give you $750. You gave billions to illegals. So that's a problem.
And what did they do for Hawaii?
Right.
$700.
And people still mad at Oprah about that. These billionaire celebrities telling us to donate. Lady, get out of here. And so I'm glad, Prosperity, I want you to continue to expose these people.
Yes.
Don't stop. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
That's how, because sometimes people come in the chat, I guess they're negative Nancy's or I guess miserable people, who knows? And people want to say, well, you don't live here. How can you say what's going on here, there? I don't live there, but you do. And I'm in close contact with you. And I know everything you've told me to be true. And I watch your videos and you are in the heart of the matter. And I don't have to be there. You're there. Right, Ruby? Many people didn't get the $750. Monique, we did dodge a bullet with the Curry Queen. Are you kidding me? It's terrible. And I thank God, like I said, the providential hand of God was involved when Trump was not unalived. And now again, Blacks and you, I don't know if you were here when I said this yesterday when I did the video on taxes. If Trump abolishes the IRS and we go to the external revenue service, the Democrats are never going to win another election.
Right. Absolutely. Right.
So I like where this is going. Miss Prosperity, what are your thoughts about Trump and the job he's done the time he's been in office?
I don't have no complaints about it. You do what you got to do, because this was all a repercussion of the actions that had already occurred.
That's right.
And when it gets to that point, you got to take drastic measures.
You do. And you do. And I just wanted to see, I thank you for your time. Oh my God, I've had you on here 2 hours. I know you're a busy woman, so I'll go ahead and ask you what your closing thoughts are and
Well,
how you
I
feel.
like to make my closing thoughts the one video that will give you all the header to segue into Wednesday, because I want y'all all involved on Wednesday.
There's a video.
Light up those airwaves on Wednesday.
Okay, let me get back. So you want me to go? Is it a short or is it?
Yes, it's probably under the short. I have to see your list.
All right,
I closed out mine.
Okay. All right. Okay, I have it. I'll pull it up. Mr. Blackson, do you have any closing thoughts as I look for her channel here?
Like Prosperity said earlier, y'all say subscribe to her channel. Wednesday, I'm definitely gonna be looking out for that. Him going to the Congress because I want to see how he answer them questions. And like I said, Prosperity, keep exposing them aldermans, please, because that's how they think they're gonna get away with stuff. So keep doing it. Just keep doing a good job.
Oh yeah, she's doing wonderful.
Chicago is you guys are letting people know how it's done. Now I feel sorry for your neighbors 40 miles away because they didn't get it, but
no,
we've already discussed that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe click under video.
Okay.
And it's the last one that I had uploaded.
Okay.
If that shows the last one, I got to see how your list appears.
All right. Blackson, please feel free to drop your channel link, love.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Lynn. Thanks.
This is
no. It's not going to be down that far. It should be near the top.
Okay.
Johnson, Clapback, episode note, Alderman note, Chicago, Mayor Brandon Johnson. Okay, maybe check under the short because I did try to make it short.
Okay. Bob, thank you for subscribing to Miss Prosperity's channel, love.
Thank you all. Yeah, because I definitely want to keep you all informed on what's going on here in Chicago. Absolutely. Okay, it's that second one.
Right here?
I believe that's it.
All right. This is a TikTok.
Actually, it should have been one with the zeros. It should have shown him as a countdown with the zeros. But it's not going to be down that far. I know it was the very last one I uploaded, but if not, people can just go to it on the channel when they get an opportunity. That very last one right there that say TikTok Johnson's. Oh yeah, okay. So that is it. That second one.
Of this one?
Yes.
Okay, I'll play that for you. Okay.
That would be my closer.
All right. There's the countdown. The final countdown. Is there any volume to it?
It is. It's going to come in.
Okay.
I wanted to just start off by expressing how important it is that we continue to invest in people. That's what I promised that I would do when I ran, and that's what we have done in the first 21 months since I've been in office. Fully expect and trust that people understand the value of investing in people.
Mayor Johnson, you keep saying that you're investing in people, but the people that I talk to tell me that you're investing in your cronies, that there's waste, fraud, abuse, that there's zero transparency. You haven't even shown a single reporter in this room your Gucci gift closet on the other side of that door. People are very,
just
very
a question.
angry.
Just a question.
I keep getting interrupted. I'm the only one. People are very, very angry about this what they call a payday loan for you and your cronies to blow through Your single-digit poll numbers.
All right, we need the question.
And the anger and the frustration that people are feeling towards their mistrust of you and the lack of transparency. Are you prepared, and your allies for that matter, in city council, prepared to lose re-election over this payday loan?
We're going to continue to invest in people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you know, my follow-up question, if I don't know if you, okay, so, you know, you interrupt my question, you cut my mic. People tell me that that's contributing to your single-digit poll numbers, by the way. You should probably learn a lesson from, one-term Lightfoot.
Okay, Mayor.
What percentage of this payday loan will you commit to potholes?
So it's not a payday loan, and the full investment is to improve the infrastructure for the people of Chicago.
And there you have it, folks. This is the selected person that was chosen for the position of the mayor in Chicago. We are not accepting returns. Washington, D.C., do whatever you need to do to help us, please, recover Chicago.
No return. No returns. I love it. I love it. Oh my God.
So come Wednesday, prepare. Capitol Hill. I'm quite sure all the major channels are going to have that thing on live.
Are you going to be
Are you
streaming?
I was going to ask that too. Are you going to do a live stream, Prosperity?
I have not done a live stream. I purposely try not to, but I'll see.
I'll be.
I'm planning on like eating some popcorn and so I'll see, but I'm not gonna guarantee y'all. I'm not gonna hold me to the guns with that.
Well, I might, Miss Prosperity, I may live stream because he's just gonna be talking, right? So
they're gonna be interrogating him.
Right. So he'll be talking. I may set the live stream up where I don't have to be on camera because I don't know. I don't think I have to stay at work late on Wednesday, but you know how it is on work days. I'm like, but I may set the live stream up and let it run. So
okay, that'll be great.
You know what time it starts on Wednesday?
It's probably gonna get started anywhere from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. But I haven't seen a time scheduled yet. But I'm just gonna keep looking for it as to when they're going to go live with that.
Yeah, if you let me know, maybe I can set the stream up and just stream it so we can all see the lies that he will probably continue to tell. Like
and just one more tidbit. You know, he has been counseled by Emmanuel Rahm Emanuel, and also Lori Lightfoot.
Yes.
Let's see how that's gonna work out.
Just like how Nathan Wade was counseled. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Music therapy says, what time Wednesday, Link? Miss Prosperity
We're gonna try to find out Tuesday what's going on in regards to that.
Out a time, and then I'll set up a live stream so you guys can come in. And I may not be on screen, but I just may have it live streaming so you can come in, hear what he's saying, and I'll probably be in and out, coming and texting and responding to you, something like that. Okay, music therapy. Okay, so we may set something up like that. I've enjoyed all of you. This has been nice.
Me too.
And if you've enjoyed this live chat, drop some fire emojis in the chat. Oh my God. It has been fire. I've been keeping up with the comments, Miss Prosperity, and they love it every time you come. Okay. Because you
thank you.
And you tell us, you keep us up to date, because anyone can watch the news, but we're talking to you. You're there. You're at the city council meetings. You see these people. You can look these people in their eyes. So you're giving us firsthand info. Chubb says, good night, everyone, and Miss Rowland and Prosperity and Mr. Blackson. See you on your next show, and we'll be waiting on Mr. Blackson's show and Prosperity next video. Love you all. We love you too, Chubbs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chubbs. And I just also want to do a shout out too, because there are people that support me, that got boots on the ground, that supply me information as well, because I can't be everywhere at all times. So I appreciate them. They all know who they are, and they are constantly supplying me with info one way or the other. They know I'm a fact check, and then once the facts come through good, it's going up.
Oh, yeah, and I appreciate all of you for going over and supporting Miss Prosperity and subbing up to her channel, subbing up to Mr. Blackson's channel. We're all trying to bring you information, folks. Again, the legacy media is dying. This is where people are coming to get the truth because they know they can't get it from the legacy media. And right. And so Tina told Miss Rowland, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, love, because you always, regardless of what you're doing, you jump on and you support the channel. And we appreciate that. Honeybee, thank you for coming, all of you. When I tell them the Miss Prosperity is coming, they show up and show out. And we love, so that's a testament to you and the work that you're doing. And and your work matters. I won't cry like Joyless Reed. My channel, man. Your work. Hey.
I just wanted to help everyone that is in need, directly and indirectly. That's the reason why I do this. There's no reason why we should be shut out of knowing what is happening right up under our own noses. We got to be aware of the things that are going on and not close our eyes to it. You know, when you're forced to have to face the matter, that's when you really gonna come through.
Right. And Music Therapy says Chicago is the ground zero for how to deal with the illegal immigration matter. The citizens are rebelling and not going to settle for this. That's a truth bomb. Robert, yes, I agree. You do a live stream of Brand. Yes, Robert. Miss Prosperity and I will be talking. We got to find out what time everything is going to take place. Thank you so much, Connie. I love you too, dear. Oh, Sharice says this to you, Miss Prosperity. You are creating a blueprint for others to follow. Now, that's a truth bomb.
Praise God. It's God. I give all the glory to God.
Yes.
He makes it possible, because I'm telling you, I wasn't doing none of this content stuff. I'm a technology person, but I was not doing content. But I just get this thing that's going. God moves my spirit to have me to just jump on here and like, okay, I gotta get. Oh yeah. Okay, here we back. And I mean, it's intense. It goes hours. But as long as I'm helping one person, that is fulfilling for me.
Facts.
But I know it's more than one. And that's the reason why I do it. I never ask for no money. I never ask for anything to give back to me. What I want is people to be helped, because I am certified at doing this professionally. With helping to find solutions and resolve problems. So why am I not going to do it for others? Because that's what my role details, is me to help others. And as I'm helping others, my blessing comes from God. And I am grateful that people are getting something out of this, because it does make me feel good. So thank you. Your comments are not going unnoticed. I appreciate it.
And hey, they're telling the truth, you know. So again, we're giving you your flowers every time you come on the show. We're giving you your flowers.
Thank you.
We told you from day one, we stand with you. We stand with Chicago. And so again, you have created the blueprint. You know, I told you last Sunday when you were here, you need to go to New York and show them what to do. And there was someone, I think it was James or someone here in the comment section last week saying, please come to New York and show them. So you have established the blueprint. And, you know, I don't know what's going on. New York, they just dropped the ball. I don't know what happened to New York, but you guys are showing them.
Wait a minute. Her neighbors done dropped the bomb. For another Democrat.
Yeah, them too. Them too.
Prosperity ain't got too far to go. She just drive
Yeah.
40 miles and set them people straight.
That's all right. That's okay. She's got it.
For those who will hear.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna get off from here. I enjoyed this stream. Wow.
And so did I, everyone. So did I.
So music therapy says, yeah. Tina, Americans keep standing together and Americans keep praying together. God answers prayer. Now you know that's true, music
is.
said that they need help organized. They're in New York. Come on, they need to get it together. Yeah, you need to fly to New York, Miss Prosperity.
I got a story about New York.
Oh God!
But I'm gonna save that story because you know you and I talked about that story.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. I have nothing against New York.
No, ma'am.
That used to be my township, right there in Manhattan. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Ooh-wee, I did a lot of business out there.
That's okay. You never know. God may send you in that direction again. Who knows?
Hey, where he sent me, I'm going.
So we're gonna. How you doing, Aurelius? We're leaving, love. But make sure you go back and do the replay. Hit that like button for us, dear, because we've been on what 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I know Miss Prosperity has things to do. Mr. Blackson has things to do to get ready.
I got a husband in there waiting on that food.
I need you to get your life together and go take care of your wifely duties. Okay. All right.
Okay. Blessings, everyone.
Thank you. We want you to come back on when you get some time. Thank you for being on, Mr. Blackson. I'm ending the stream now, and we'll see you. I'll be live. I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, something like that. And I'm going to end the stream, and I'll talk to you in the comment section as long as you're there. Thank you for spending your very valuable time here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel. I'm coming to the comment section now.